Today, Bitcoin hit 70,000 US dollars while the US economy is on the verge of a collapse. And honestly, I'm not shocked any way, shape, or form because Bitcoin is supposed to essentially represent or be a hedge against inflation and a hedge against the Federal Reserve, TradFi, the predatory banking system, and really the public servants and all of the other insanity that is happening in the United States of America. I'm Wendy O. This is the O Show, everything crypto. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you guys share this video, like, subscribe, set alerts, and drop me a comment with your thoughts. We're going to get straight into it because there is a lot to cover in a very short period of time. And of course, we're going to cover the GME insanity because what the SEC is doing shouldn't be shocking, but it's just really annoying and frustrating at this point. So we're first going to get into Bitcoin. All right. This is going to be the weekly chart. We got that bullish close above $67,000, which is absolutely amazing. This was something that I had talked about, something that we really have been looking towards. And why is this bullish? Well, the reason why it's bullish is if you zoom back over here, November 8th, 2021, we got a swing wick high to about $69,000. And we actually have a candle close in 2024 above 67,000. This is bullish. We didn't even get those two candle closes there. This is why I'm incredibly bullish. Could we get a pullback and maybe trade back down around 61,000? Yes, 100%. But today I am incredibly excited. Taking a look at the daily. Daily is looking really nice. We're balancing beautifully above the Bollinger Band simple moving average here. We're pinching the top a little bit, but again, you can continue to pinch this until you get that reversal. And I'm just looking for a hold at about $67,000. I think one of the reasons why we're seeing this bullish price action is because of this news story here. U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs see 105 million in daily inflows, extending positive streak to 15 days. Inflows mean people are buying. That means money is coming into the market. And I think eventually we will see Bitcoin's price become a little bit less volatile because when we're talking about a lot of these ETFs, people aren't necessarily day trading them like you would Bitcoin. So again, even though I'm not the biggest proponent of the Bitcoin spot ETFs, because I personally would like to hold my own Bitcoin, I think that this is absolutely amazing. And this happened yesterday, Monday, and it led with 77 million inflows with Fidelity's Bitcoin spot ETF. On top of that, the next point of interest, the spot Bitcoin ETFs have collectively reported net inflows for 15 consecutive days, which we mentioned in the beginning, which again is absolutely amazing. More bullish news. Thailand approves the first spot Bitcoin exchange traded fund, the ETF. We're seeing other countries become insanely bullish on Bitcoin and crypto. And it's almost like they kind of follow our lead, which is why I talk heavily, very, very heavily about getting positive regulation and positive guidance in the United States of America because it could impact other countries, even though some other countries are doing things a little bit differently. But the main story here outside of the GME story, which we're going to talk about because it's absolutely wild. U.S. banks on brink of collapse. 517 billion losses threaten 63 banks. I want to really kind of take this story in. Okay, we're talking about billions and billions of dollars. We're talking about 63 banks potentially collapsing in the United States of America. Most Americans I know are struggling. Times are tough. And the fact that these banks that we are told are a safe haven for our money have actually been doing disastrous, irresponsible things with our money absolutely scares me. And it should scare you too. We are told, use a bank. It's safe. You can leave your money here. Your money is going to be safe. And I get a lot of people say, well, Wendy, FDIC insurance. FDIC insurance covers deposits up to $250,000 per account. Well, per person per bank. Let's say, for example, you have 5 accounts, maybe 2 personal, 2 savings, and 1 business. If that amount is collectively over $250,000, your deposit, each account wouldn't, or let's say, for example, let's say 5 of those, each of those accounts is $251,000. You would only be covered up to $250,000 collectively. And that's scary. On top of that, if the FDIC does have to bail these banks out, the FDIC only has, I think, about 2% of total deposits covered in the United States of America. So what do you think is going to happen? And regardless if these are small banks, big banks, it doesn't matter. The dominoes are starting to fall. And this is another reason why I'm incredibly bullish on Bitcoin. Not necessarily the Bitcoin spot ETFs, but Bitcoin itself, me being able to self-custody my Bitcoin. Because if something happens, which we could potentially get another 2008, if you look at a lot of the statistics we're seeing instead of actual families purchasing homes or regular average Joes purchasing homes, we're seeing investors, we're seeing hedge funds, we're seeing businesses. That's predatory. It's going to be a completely different economic downfall than 2008. And I think it's going to be a lot scarier. Look at all the credit card delinquencies. And unfortunately, a lot of these credit card delinquencies are because people are having trouble making ends meet. I'm not a very big proponent of debt myself, but at the same time, I understand how hard it is in today's landscape. So many people are struggling. And what are we doing? What are our public servants doing? What are the banks doing? They are taking our money and they're investing it in obviously bad investments because we wouldn't have this happening. Now that I got that out of my system, let's get back to some of the key points of this story because again, this is effing scary and you should be scared. Actually, I don't want to say scared. You shouldn't be scared. This should spark a light bulb as to why Bitcoin is a good avenue to start researching, is a great hedge against this because it is a true decentralized asset that you get to custody. And God forbid there is an emergency, you can take that with you. All you need is your private seed phrase. So the FDIC reported a total of $517 billion in unrealized losses for 63 lenders, mainly from residential mortgage-backed securities. So not only do we have auto loans that are in delinquency, credit cards are in delinquency, but now we're hearing about residential mortgage-backed securities. This is the average American here. And let me tell you something. Before I purchased the house that I'm in, which yes, I still owe a balance on the mortgage, I've looked at rentals. And looking at rentals, it is basically the same price to rent as opposed to buy when I was buying because I got my interest rate. My interest rate is about 3.125%. I was able to get it, I believe, in 2021 before everything went absolutely bonkers. And yes, I'm very blessed. I am very lucky. I timed the market the right way. I am very aware of that. But if I wanted to rent the same size house that I have or anything remotely to what I have today, I would be paying, my mortgage would be about the same price as rent. So all of these people that could potentially be in trouble, and I get that it's a security, but it all is related. Could you imagine? And the FDIC says the lenders are on the brink of insolvency. Unrealized losses represent the difference between the price banks paid for securities and the current market value of those assets. And that is going to impact single family residences. It's going to impact businesses. It's going to impact the entire economy. I don't care what anybody says. It's going to be an absolute bloodbath, and it's unfortunate. Losses are linked to the Fed's interest rate hike since early 2022. And again, when they raise interest rates, that basically means they are increasing the amount it costs to borrow money for you, for us. We're the ones that are getting hit. And this is also due to largely exposure to residential real estate market. Residential. So if you're not bullish on Bitcoin, if this is your first time watching this show, I highly recommend you read Satoshi's white paper. You understand exactly what Bitcoin is. And you really think about your future. And you consider diversifying. And again, if you guys need some sort of help with this, we love I Trust Capital, and we also love Dame. Dame is a licensed financial advisor, and he helps people create custom crypto and Bitcoin portfolios. I cannot give you financial advice. I will never give you financial advice. But so we're not all doom and gloom today. Let's go ahead and give a quick shout out to the chat. We've got D and Bootyhead, Alexandra, Mr. R, Mr. Keeter, and the amazing other people in the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today. We also have a poll to top. Will the market crash like 2008? 56% say yes. 56% say yes. It's a little bit worrisome, guys. Now, let's start to have a little bit of fun because I don't want to be Miss Doom and Gloom. I don't want to be the biggest windy bear ever. But again, it's important for you guys to continue to research Bitcoin, to continue to research what's happening, and to really demand the public servants do better because at the end of the day, this is on them. So let's go ahead and get into a little bit of fun over here. We have got Solana. Solana's meme coin mania pushes pump.fund revenue above $30 million. And it has risen as creators launch tens of thousands of meme coins on Solana each day. Celebrities getting involved have also brought further attention to the ecosystem. And the following is excerpt from the block's Data and Insight newsletter. This article is from the block. I highly recommend you take a look and you read it more. So basically what they're talking about here is they're just talking about how insane meme coins have gone. Also, Pump.fund posted their highest revenue day on May 30th, earning $1.48 million. If you guys don't know what Pump.fund is a place for absolute degeneracy. If you are somebody who is brand new to crypto, stay away from the meme coins until you really understand the risk and just really focus on Bitcoin. But again, you are free to do whatever it is you want because we're operating in a true decentralized economy. And again, people are launching tens of thousands of meme coins, especially on Solana because the network is super fast, etc. With that being said, I dabble in meme coins. I think they're an important part of the ecosystem when we're operating in a true decentralized economy. But at the end of the day, there's so much risk associated and most people get wrecked. Most people get wrecked. Hey, I do not have a perfect strike rate at all. And again, on Sundays at 10 a.m. PST, on or around there, we do a degenerate stream and I chart your guys' favorite meme coins for entertainment purposes only. So if you're interested, check that out. Have fun on pump.fund. But again, be very careful. And if you're brand new to the channel, please just watch for a little bit before you decide to ape into any meme coins because you're probably not going to do well. And I say that because I actually do care. Now, Solana saw nearly 500,000 tokens launched last month. The number of new tokens on Solana has reached a monthly high not seen by other chain to date. And if you were here last cycle, you remember DeFi summer and the food tokens and the yield and all of the insanity. So in my personal opinion, because Solana is faster to use and I don't want to necessarily say it's faster, it's more affordable to use. This is why we're seeing a lot more degeneracy happening, a lot more creating happen on Solana. The block also says this was largely due to the excess of certain meme coins and the ability for anyone to launch a token in a few seconds. I get asked a lot, Wendy, are you going to launch a meme coin? The answer is no. There's no utility for it. There's really not. I'm happy doing the show. I'm happy doing what I'm doing. I support your right to have fun with meme coins. However, I am not interested in launching my own. Any meme coin that says that it's something that I made, it is not me, any way, shape, or form. So please be cautious. But with that being said, let's go ahead and take a quick look at Solana, a very quick look. So if we take a look at the daily chart, Solana got a little bit of a breakout over here, and I absolutely love this. We are currently trading at approximately $169, and it looks like if we're able to flip the Bollinger Band Simple Moving Average, which is acting as resistance on the daily chart, then we will possibly hit about $181, which would be absolutely fantastic. Market CIPHER also printed a green dot. If you're somebody who's looking for an exchange to trade on, we have quite a few recommendations in the description. Right now, we're partnered with ZoomX. They're offering a lot of bonuses, I think up to about $40,000 in different bonuses on ZoomX. I will tell you, not your keys, not your coins. And in addition to that, read the terms of service. You should only be keeping crypto on exchanges that you're okay with losing. The whole reason why we crypto is so we can self-custody and control our own money. And the cool thing about ZoomX is they have a decentralized aspect of this exchange and a centralized aspect. So if you're somebody that's brand new, start researching about decentralized exchanges. It'll make your life a lot easier. It's a bit hard to get into, but I encourage you to practice and educate yourself. And I'm happy Solana is doing absolutely amazing, and it's going to continue to do well this cycle. Also, Solana did outpace Base and BNB chain for new tokens, which is pretty interesting. The funny thing about that is BNB I think might have broken all-time high. Did we? No, we got about $50 more too. The all-time high for BNB was at close to $700, and this was created on May 10th, 2021. Well, the week of May 10th. And BNB just broke out. We broke out above the swing wick high that was created on March 11th, 2024, and we're currently trading at about $665. And you know what? I've got a moon bag of BNB, and I'm so excited we're starting to see some positive price action. But even this range over here from March 4th to today has been incredibly bullish. We sustained support pretty much at $500. We really didn't drop below $500 too much, and we're on our way up. This is incredibly bullish. And at bare minimum, I do think that my bag of BNB could hit 1,000 per BNB. Not financial advice, for entertainment purposes only. And of course, we are going to do a shout out for our partners of the show today, Radix. And the reason why is I absolutely love what they are doing. So last time we talked about Token Trek, and the reason why is they're doing a lot of different airdrops for doing quests, basically participating in the ecosystem. I'm a very big proponent of airdrops. The reason why I like airdrops is because essentially it is free crypto that you can do whatever it is you want to do. You can sell it, you can trade it, you can hodl it, you can get yield, whatever that ecosystem has to offer. And you know what? Airdrops are also a really great way to get users on your chain, to explore your project, to explore the ecosystem. And a lot of times you're going to be able to self-educate yourself on these platforms, or take that education you learned on this particular platform, Radix, for example, and take it over to maybe another platform or whatever it is. Just a better understanding of crypto as a whole. So let's go ahead and head over to Twitter and see exactly what is going on. This is going to be their Twitter page. I highly recommend you follow them, join their communities, ask questions. The links are going to be down below. But again, their slogan here, radically different DeFi, full stack for DeFi. And we love that. It's great. So let's go ahead and talk about what this new phase means. This is the user onboarding phase. And again, you guys, we absolutely love this. You get to participate, join the community, do different quests on their platform, in their ecosystem, and earn airdrops. And honestly, if you're somebody who's kind of brand new to crypto and you're like, where can I get extra crypto? This is a good way. You basically give your time for an airdrop. And yes, that is my scanner over there. And also too, you guys, if you're a builder, they have a $10 million ecosystem fund. And I always get people that are asking me all the time, Wendy, I'm a dev, where should I go? What should I do? Or if you're maybe somebody that's interested in expanding your dev skills, start doing these types of tasks. Start joining these communities and take advantage of the grants that are given and the money that is given by these projects. You could learn something and get a really great job. So again, thank you so much, Radix, for partnering with the O Show today. And to my community, if you are interested, to my TikToks, to my YouTubers, the link is going to be down below. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the insanity when it comes to GME and Roaring Kitty, because apparently Roaring Kitty's 300 million GME position sparks market manipulation claims. The allegations come weeks after Citron Research revealed its short position in GameStop. So first off, I saw some of the tweets from Citron, okay? They sound like absolute... You know those cringe people, like the really, really, really wealthy people that are just terrible? Because again, there's wealthy people that are absolutely amazing, but they sound like the most entitled, spoiled brats I have ever heard. What made Keith Gill, aka Kitty, interesting initially was his authenticity. Now at GME, he posts with large amounts and significant near-term option positions. No, I really think why he's posting these large positions, it's to show people that he has skin in the game and that he's serious about liquidating these dodos. That's my personal opinion. Because again, these types of people do not care about the underdogs. These are the same type of companies that are buying up residential properties. And of course, we got Mr. Ian Carroll, Cancel Clo, absolutely amazing. He is massive on both X and TikTok. Follow him. He said, imagine whining because you don't speak our language. He wasn't talking to you, Dodo. Close your shorts and accept your losses like a big boy, or don't, see what happens. Love to see it. Love to see it. And of course, unusual whales for a fund called Citron Research. You sure sound like you're getting squeezed. Absolutely love it. Now over here, apparently this this Mr. Wolf of My Street posted this response to Citron Research. Federal agents reportedly raided the home of Citron Research founder Andrew Left last year as part of a sweeping investigation into alleged wrongdoing by short sellers. The FBI seized computers from Left's home sometime in the early part of 2021, per Bloomberg. This is why I don't trust TradFi. This is why I don't trust the banks. This is why I don't trust the Federal Reserve and the public servants that are participating in insider trading, because these are the types of things they do. And apparently, like Citron Research, they've been publishing columns for over 20 years, making it one of the longest running independent online stock commentary sources because they're pumping their bags. They're pumping their bags and they're not disclosing their positions. These are the type of people that the SEC supports, that they allow to do business while they're absolutely destroying the middle class. And now this story over here. Apparently, E-Trade wants to ban Roaring Kitty. GameStop holdings surged 48%. The investment firm's financial crimes unit has been engaged, according to Wall Street Journal, but removing Keith Gill could have repercussions. It should have repercussions. Like, it's ridiculous. They should not be able to remove him at all. Why? Because he's doing what everybody else does, but he's not one of the big TradFi boys? Is that what the deal is? Like, at what point is enough enough? Seriously. And this is why we crypto, because our markets are 24/7, 365. E-Trade is owned by Morgan Stanley. And again, we heavily talk about how all of these firms are initially connected. Employees have been monitoring his account since his return. And they're concerned Gill can use his influence to pump GME for his benefit and are debating his recent positions on X and Reddit could be considered manipulations. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. All right. So, yes, he has a large following. Yes, people are looking to him. And I have criticized the GME and all of this and Wall Street Bets in the past. But you know what? If this is something you're passionate about, if this is something you understand the risk of, by all means, do what works for you and your families. That's what crypto is about. But the fact that these people think it's okay to remove him and to give him grief about it, but not the public servants, this is the thing. If you're going to continue to act like this, you have to keep the same energy for everyone. You need to, because if you're not doing that, what is the point? What is the point of what you're doing? It makes no sense. And it's not, and even though he's not considered a retail investor anymore, it sounds like that's where he came from. And they're just pissed because he's successful and he's not following the same system that they follow. He is, in fact, a crypto degenerate, and he is very much one of us. And I am very much here for all of this insanity. I really, really, really am. All right, let's get into our next part of the story here. I'm going to just briefly go over this. Former SEC enforcer says there is content here. Roaring Kitty GME's GameStop post for SEC enforcement to look at. So the SEC, and this is the crazy thing. We're not going to watch the 3-minute video. We're just going to briefly cover this. And I'm going to try to be as composed as possible. The SEC wants to look into Roaring Kitty, but the SEC is not willing to look into Nancy Pelosi, is not willing to look into the other public servants who are participating in insider trading, is not interested in looking into the traditional financial firms, the hedge funds like Citron Finance, but they want to look into something like Roaring Kitty. And again, I don't have too much skin in this game besides I stand with the underdog, but at the end of the day, keep the same energy with person A and person B. No special privileges. Keep the playing field level. And this is why we Bitcoin, and this is why we crypto. And I had to show you all this meme. Post a meme, market manipulation, makes millions insider trading completely normal. Completely normal. I also want to give a little bit of commentary on this story here. Aptos Labs CEO Mo named to CFTC's digital assets subcommittee. He was named in the subcommittee for the CFTC in May, and other members include executives from BlackRock, BNY Mellon, and Uniswap Labs. And basically, this committee, they want to advise the CFTC on rulemaking that affects international trade and business. So before getting too excited about this, is this a good or a bad thing? What I want to leave you all with is I'm very thankful that we have representation from crypto. That's important. Also, I do want to point out that I believe Aptos Labs, a lot of the people from that company were in Facebook and they were with big tech, etc. So it's not really cypherpunk people. It's more so a lot of the techies, which is fine. But at the same time, I'm going to not only celebrate this, but I'm also going to take this and think about it a little bit more and hope that the people that we have representing us on this subcommittee at the CFTC do the right thing for retail. And again, when I met Hester Peirce and when I met Hester from the SEC and Summer from the CFTC, I said, please don't forget retail. Retail matters. We matter. And in addition to that, that is also why I'm supporting John Deaton in his efforts against Elizabeth Warren. If you cannot vote for John Deaton because you are not in Massachusetts, consider donating. If you cannot donate, consider reposting, interacting, volunteering. That's how we make change. And on that note, thank you all so much for watching the show. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, set alerts. And I will catch you guys tomorrow around 10:10 live. Bye-bye.